Just waiting to see if anybody shows up. If nobody shows up by the 5-minute mark, then I'll probably go ahead and start doing it. Yes, I just knocked something down. Sorry if you hear dog barking in the background. It's my neighbor's idiot dog that barks at everything. No. And then my dog's going to want to bark back. Hello, whoever just joined. Get out. Get out. Get out. I can't tell whoever it is that just joined that's watching, so feel free to say hey. I don't even know if I'll be able to see the messages. This is really the first time I've kind of gone seriously live on Facebook, so. I'm just waiting until about the 5-minute mark to see if anybody else comes in. You got about another minute before that happens. If not, then I'll explain what I'm going to do. Oh, it looks like this is the first time that I've ever actually done this, so I don't know if there's different filters or whatnot. I don't know anything about it really. Okay, so we're at the 5-minute mark and nobody else has come in here. That's okay. If there's one person that shows up, I'm happy with that. I don't give a crap. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to rehouse at least one of my tarantulas into I wouldn't say a more permanent enclosure, but it's a better enclosure because the one that I have it in is just a temporary enclosure that I had to make real quick because I got the tarantula and I didn't have a free enclosure for it. So it was just one that I went and bought a container and melted some holes in it and just put a little substrate and hide in there in a water dish, and that's about it. This one I'm going to try to do a little bit nicer with more substrate, and I'm going to also go through some of the process that I do of mixing up my substrate. It's going to be a little different than what I usually do because I have some old substrate here that I'm going to use. It's not been used, it's just been sitting here for a while. And I'm going to mix some Josh's Frogs Dig It, I believe it is. And I'm also going to try mixing in some excavator clay for the first time. It's the first time I've ever tried that, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll see. But I believe I'm gonna get to it. If nobody's gonna talk, then that's okay. I probably won't see your messages once I put the camera up where it's at, so don't get too frustrated with me if it takes me a minute to reply. Alright, here we go. And it's not gonna let me. Wonderful. It wants me to have my phone up, right? And I don't think this thing will stretch that far. Excellent. So I'm gonna have to try to mix this substrate with one hand. That's even better. But it won't be too hard to mix the substrate. Rehousing the tarantula will be much harder with one hand. So don't be surprised if I set the phone up to hopefully try to get a better view in there, but I kind of need two hands for it. So basically what I'm going to be doing, let's see, can I rotate the camera? There it is. Come on. Rotate the camera. There you go. Basically, as I just poured a little bit of the Josh's Frog substrate in here, I'm mixing it with this old cocoa fiber that was in here. It's not that old. It's probably just a couple months old. I don't know. Maybe 6 months old or something like that. There ain't nothing wrong with it though. It came out of a brick. And I'll just try to break it up a little bit. Do that. I'm going to set you down for a second because I need my hands. My trusty knife. Basically, I'm just pouring a couple bags of this in there. I got this stuff from Cowan's, I think. Billy's a pretty good dude. You also go check him out if you have, and don't mind the mess that my kitchen is, please. But y'all should go check out Billy if you need some, especially if it has to do with reptiles or snakes or anything like that. He knows his stuff. He's a good dude. He's done me right a lot of times, so. Plus, I love to support small businesses over other places. I'm not going to sit here and debate about buying stuff from places like Petco or Feeders or PetSmart, because I'm not the person that really. I do have an opinion about it, but I don't really care so much. Like, I don't ever view it as rescuing them when you buy them from those places, because they just replace it with another tarantula. So this is all going to get mixed in. It's all the same stuff, so I don't really have to mix that much. I'm probably not going to use all of this tonight, but we'll see. Right there, and now we'll see how this excavator play helps. It's heavy stuff, so I've been told it's good for burrowing, which this one probably won't do very much, but I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but we'll find out. This stuff looks like it's really dry, so I'm probably only putting about half the bag in there. That will work for now. That way, if I need to redo it or something like that, I still have some, and I'm just gonna kind of, here, I'll just do this with one hand. This is easy. So mix it around in there, dig down, and I still have one person viewing. That makes me a happy person. Apparently I'm not as boring as I figured I would be. Knowing my luck, it's probably my roommate Freddie just sitting in there lurking, but that's okay. It gives me a viewer. Alright, I gotta sit this down for a second. I don't know if it actually... Oh, what up, Joe? Sweet. How you doing, brother? Hang on, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second, because... here. This excavator clay is a little harder to mix in than I thought it was gonna be. How you doing, brother? I have one, it's just not big enough to hold my phone upright. And apparently when you're going live, you have to have your phone upright. Well, a live is better than the other thing, so... So basically, I'm just trying to mix this all together somewhat evenly. I think that'll be all right for now. But you see, you can't even tell the difference. Come on. There we go. But it just looks the same. So basically, it's like mixing a couple of different kinds of dirt together to make different dirt, I guess. It makes it, some of it's more suitable for certain things, some of it holds moisture a little bit better, some of it doesn't mold, that kind of crap. Alright, now well, since I'm not using this stand anyway, I'm just taking all this stuff off of here. And we're going to go get him. I will, as you see here, I will be wearing gloves while dealing with him because this one probably will be a hair kicker and he is bolty. So actually, I'll go ahead and put the substrate in here first. I'm a little scatterbrained, so that's just my normal nature, I guess. I also bought this at Cowan's the other day because he is carrying them now, and this is excellent. I love these enclosures. They're not expensive, they're easy to deal with. I hate stickers. It'll come off sooner or later, but they're easy to deal with. The lid fits good and tight. There's not a ventilation issue because you see all the ventilation right there. Stupid phone. I don't know if it's doing that one, if it's letting me. Come on. There. See, this is what he's going into. So, if you give me a moment. Let's see, can I rig something up here? Not that side. There we go. Something's rigged up at least to where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit. Look up. Basically what I do is I take a cup, get substrate, pour it in the container. I do this until I think I have enough in there. Basically, I want to try to get it to where the substrate's about up to at least right here, roughly. This little idiot is probably going to try to get out. He's probably going to try to bolt. Knowing my luck, after I say all that and you all think you're going to get entertained, he's just going to go in there peacefully. I doubt that happens, though. I mainly doubt that happens because pretty much literally every time I open his enclosure, he tries to get out, so we'll see. if I was just making a video of this, this is the part that I would just speed through and cut out probably half of. But you can see it takes more than people think, and I'm going to be packing it down here in a moment too, so it'll fit even more in there. Right now he's just in a little plastic container that I got from, I think I got it from Big Lots actually. It was either Walmart or Big Lots, but I'm pretty sure it was Big Lots. Okay, so now take some of this, just kind of push it down. I think I can put a little bit more in there. Nah, I think he'll be off. I'll put a little bit. It can't hurt. It can't hurt. As soon as you think you have enough substrate, somebody's going to say, needs more substrate. That's how people are. But the end result in this case basically just looks like flat ground, and that's all I want him to think it is flat ground. So that's good. Oh, there's two people in here. What's up, brother? That'd be my roommate. Two viewers on my first live. So now comes the fun part. I'll be back. So, just so you can see, this is where he ends up most of the time. And as soon as I open this, he's probably going to try to get, oh, nope. He just climbed down. He's like, okay, something's moving me around. It must be feeding time, probably is what he's thinking. Yeah. Well, in the tarantula hobby, everybody says, oh, it needs more substrate, because everybody always tells people that their shit needs more substrate. So now I'm hoping this guy will be good, but I'm prepared if he's not. And let me take his hide and his water dish out without being an idiot. Hi there. Oh, I need to put gloves on first. See what I mean? He knows something's there, so you're gonna get a nice close-up view for a second. Hopefully this little idiot doesn't bolt out onto me. I do keep tarantulas, but I'm still mildly arachnophobic, as Mr. Phoenix down there can attest to. But, see, this thing is a wonderful thing. This is probably what I'm going to cup him with here in just a second. Stay down there. There you go. Just stay right there, buddy. So you see, this is an old Simply Orange bottle. No, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just telling you what it is. Not sponsored by anybody, honestly. Basically, what I'm going to do is leave him right there while I take the hide. And the reason why I'm wearing gloves to do this is because he's probably kicked hairs all over this enclosure. And if you get haired by a tarantula, it is not fun. It itches. It's like having fiberglass times 10 in your hands, and it's not any fun. So this, I'm going to dig out a little space for, and maybe maybe he'll burrow a little bit. I doubt it. He hasn't burrowed the entire time I've had him. I don't believe he will. But if he does, great. If not, oh well. He'll be fine. Basically, all this is a hide. It's a place for him to go when he's afraid, when he wants to get away from whatever it is that's bothering him. It's this whole thing, though, is his home. So don't think for a second that, like, I don't treat it like that. Basically, when I take the top off of this enclosure, I'm taking the top off of his home. How would you feel? Oh, look at this. He's climbing up it. That's kind of what I want him to do, too. Oh, looks like he didn't eat last week. I'm going to go ahead and spray it down with a little bit of water. Just get it a little moist. He probably ain't going to like that too much, but it'll dry up in no time. You see what this does. Look at how quickly that just dissolves into it. Phoenix, you should tell Sarah that I'm disappointed she's not in here. I don't think he's really listening either. He's just lurking probably. But if I'm not mistaken about this excavator clay, it should help everything keep its shape better. So like if he does burrow, it'll be a little better. And I'm going to take this guy out of here because that's nasty. He can go here for now. But like, I don't think he'll burrow. But I've been wrong before. This can also go in there. When I do these water dishes, they're not actually supposed to be water dishes for tarantulas. They're actually like stuff that you put little feeders in for bearded dragons and iguanas and stuff like that. So when I put them in, I try to bury them just a little bit. Hopefully the tarantula doesn't fill it with substrate like they always do. So a good tip when you're rehousing a tarantula is before you go to put the tarantula in there, fill up the water dish. Because that way you don't have to do it after the tarantula is already in there and risk the tarantula getting out. There we go. Put that down just a little bit more. Alright. Man, it's dusty in here now. I am going to take this and put it over here just in case. Just in case this little idiot decides to bolt. Trying to see if I can find a place to get a good vantage point. Can you guys, hey Joe, can you tell me if you can see when my phone's like this? Like when it's to the side? Because it says rotate device for me, but if you can see, I'm not going to worry about it. That's okay. I'm just appreciative that somebody shared it. Sweet. So that'll make this a little bit easier. Now I just got to find something to put my stand on again. That won't be so easy. Okay, so see how I got him set up. You know what? I'm just going to try to let you see what's going on. Can you see? Okay. You see into that one, but you can't really see into the other one. Well, I need a cameraman. Bad. I need my cousin Will Brewer up here to be my freaking cameraman because I ain't got one. That's right, I said I ain't got. I know it's terrible language, but okay. So now the idea is let's see if I can turn you a little bit. When I pick this up, I'm hoping he stays right where he's at, or goes up to where the lid's at, because then I just unscrew the lid and push him out and he's good to go. What I think is going to happen is probably the opposite of that, because, well, let's be honest, it's my luck. Okay, little buddy, come on up. Oh, I got you. I got you. So tarantulas naturally want to go up. That's their natural behavior. There you go. Go on, buddy. Go on. There you go. Come on. I hate it when they stay still like this, because then they typically want to move very quickly. There you go. Come on. Go on. Come on. Go. After they do it. You see I've got a couple of holes melted in this where I can just kind of stick him a little bit. Come on. It's not hurting him. It's just to prod him to move, so he will move forward. As soon as he knows that there's ground there, he'll probably just go. But he doesn't. And this keeps me from getting haired. It keeps him from getting too stressed. Come on, go, buddy. There you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. A little bit more. Come on. You can do it. All right. Well, that went much better than I thought it was going to. You see he's in there. It is a little bit small for him probably, but I think he'll be fine in it for now. Hopefully he matures with another molt or two, and then I'll get some breeding going on. So now this container right here, after I get all the substrate and stuff out of it, is going to go for another one of my tarantulas that desperately needs a rehouse because he's got mold in his enclosure. I'm sweating. It's hot back here. So now, the mistake I did make was the lid to that enclosure, this enclosure, is all the way across the room. Which really in my house is like one step, but still. Here it is. And there we go. He's in there. And he ain't getting out. There he is. And you see, I like another thing about these enclosures is I can just pull that back if I need to do some stuff around there, or I just need to spray some water in, or I want to drop a feeder in without taking the whole freaking lid off. I can do it. But that's that. Yeah, that's the idea. Sell them. Alright, I'm gonna have to wipe my phone screen off because of how much dust was on it. Yeah, that's the idea. I want to sell them. I don't know if I still have feeders or not. If I still have feeders, I might try to feed them. Those that are alive anyway. Let's see here. I do. Look at that. I doubt he will eat because he's probably stressed. But we can find out real quick, can't we? And a dubia roach can usually just be left in there. I don't want it to rot in there. But they're not going to harm the tarantula. Come on. That's what I'm getting ready to put in there. We'll give him this one. Maybe this one. Maybe I'll give them all of them if they don't. Gotcha. See? Now, let's see if he's hungry. Yeah, see? He's not going to eat it. He's like, get that thing away from me. I'm not going to bother with it. He did eat one last week, so I'm not really concerned. And I'll leave it in there to see if he picks it up later. But it usually takes them a minute to get acclimated to their new enclosure because it is a new space to them. Like, they do realize they're in a different area than they were in, even if I keep it looking relatively the same as the other one. So, alright guys, well, that's been about half an hour of this bull crap, so I think that went a lot better than I thought it was going to. Usually he's skittish and jumpy, so, and I say so a lot. So whatever. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.